7b97z23, line 22, 7b97z23, semiconductor band gap proton ring, Pauli 6 formula, UFO core engine, 5G Wow Seti. This alien radio signal with its equation, July 25th, 2013, and today's September the 2nd. We're going to talk about the Pauli exclusion principle and the Wow data formula for band gap semiconductor Higgs boson signals, superlattice, UFO space structure, and communications. Formula number 6. So previous video is line 22, 7b97z22, band gap Valence Higgs semiconductor 5 formula. Quotes from the blog are energetic bands. The energetic levels in atoms and molecules can be discrete or can split into near-continuum of levels called a band. The energy bands can be classified as empty, filled, mixed, or forbidden bands. The energetic levels are occupied by the electrons distributed according to the Pauli exclusion principle, starting with the lowest energy value level. The electrons that contribute to the electrical conduction occupy the higher energy bands. The valence bands corresponds to the highest energy band that contains electrons. The valence band can be fully or partially occupied. The allowed empty states in the valence band add contribution to the electric current. The conduction band is the lowest energetic band with unoccupied states. In materials, the conducting bands of empty, filled, or allowed states can interfere with forbidden bands, also called band gaps. The width of the band gap, width measured in energy units, determines the type of material, insulator, semiconductor, metal. If at temperatures in the range of room temperature, the electrons in a pure semiconductor gain sufficient energy to overcome the energy of the band gap, e.g. the semiconductor is called intrinsic semiconductor. Here's a graph that's from www.warwick.ac.uk. So it shows energy band gaps in materials, and then formula from the data August 20th. Energetic levels, atoms, water, molecules, discrete, can split fermions, near-continuum levels, band. Energy bands, empty, filled, mixed, forbidden bands. Energetic levels occupied by electrons and electron holes between two superlattice structures, Higgs signals, electric field, levitating protons. Distributed Pauli exclusion principle. I'm going to Google it to see what it means. Quote from Wiki: the Pauli exclusion principle is the quantum mechanical principle that no two identical fermions, particles with half-integer spin, may occupy the same quantum state simultaneously. A more rigorous statement is that the total wave function for two identical fermions is antisymmetric with respect to exchange of the particles. Formula continues. Distributed Pauli exclusion principle, quantum mechanical principle, no two identical fermion, particles with half-integer spin may occupy same quantum state simultaneously, total wave function. Cross-reference round line 22 formulas. Two identical fermions, antisymmetric. Cross-reference lines 1 to 27, see lines 22 Wow data formulas. Exchange of particles, see properties of neutrinos to if this changes. Start the lowest energy value level 0. Electrons contribute to electrical conduction, occupy higher energy bands. Valence band corresponds to highest energy band, contains electrons. Valence band, fully, partial, occupied electron holes in superlattice, Higgs field structure found in line 22 Wow data formulas. Allowed empty states, electron holes in crystal mesh. In valence band, add contribution to electric current. Conduction band, lowest energetic band, voltages, cross-reference lines 1 to 22 in Wow data formulas. Unoccupied states, particles without mass, neutrinos, Higgs boson signal particles, materials, superalloy metals, see Wow data line 22 formula mixtures, cross-reference lines 1 to 27 metals. Conducting empty filled allowed states, interfere forbidden bands, band gaps, electron holes. Width band gap, electron hole, width measured in energy units, cross-reference units, see line 22 formula. Determine types of material to use, insulator, semiconductor metals, both cross-reference all those keywords. Temperature, range, room temperature, electrons, pure semiconductor, gain efficiency, energy, overcome the energy of the band gap, e.g. semiconductor called intrinsic semiconductor. I'm going to Google it to see what it means. intrinsic semi number of excited electrons. The number of holes are equal n equals p. Formula is intrinsic semiconductors, number excited electrons, colliding particle mixtures with neutrino split fermions, 3/4 split leptons, 1/2 spin. Graphite films, crystal wafers, number of holes, electron holes equals n equals p.